Yeah. Hello. I actually got this email today. Give me 1 second. I have to figure it out. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Yes, here. Live. Okay. Hold on. I have to put my volume down. Welcome, all my lovers. Yes. Let's see. I have to figure it out. Here. Yes. Hi. Hi. Hello, Kalu. How are you, my dear? Hello. Hello. Welcome. 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 As you guys can see what today's title is all about, because I received an email and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Hi. Hello, my dear. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So today's live is going to be about I'm afraid to fall in love, okay? Because that's the email that I got from one of my subscribers, and then she wanted to talk about it. You know, she wanted me to talk about it, and we also said we are going to talk about it, and everything is going to be okay, and everything is going to be fine, and it was okay. I have to go ahead to talk about it, and again, I'm going to do so. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Hi. Hello, kings and queens. All right. Welcome. Welcome to my live. Welcome to my live. I got this email, and that was really like something that I have to address like right away and to also talk about it. So this is why I'm here right now, just to talk about it, because the as you guys can see, the title is I'm afraid to fall in love, you know. So my take on it is you don't have to be afraid of falling in love, okay? You don't have to be afraid of falling in love. It's okay to fall in love, because what love does, it just really protect you. It heals you, you know. You don't have to be like afraid of it. So it's like most of the time I always tell people, like, I know sometimes we said I'm afraid because of what happened to me in the past. I'm afraid because somebody played me. I'm afraid because I didn't like what happened in the past, or, you know, whatever the case might be. It's okay, you know? So it's okay, because the reason why I'm saying it's okay is because sometimes we take the time off to work on ourselves, you know, to work on ourselves, saying that I'm going to take the time for myself. And it's okay to take time for yourself too, okay? Because sometimes you have to be okay to take time for yourself, to know who you are, to know what you want, to know what you are going to take and what you are not going to take from the future relationship. So pretty much it's like it's okay to take time off before starting anything new. But it's just not okay, because sometimes you just sitting there and you saying, it's just I'm taking my time off. And by the time you're just sitting there saying that I'm taking my time off, your Mrs. Right or Mr. Right is just like totally passing you by. Why? Because you were working on, let me take the time off. And it's okay to take the time off. And I'm going to tell you right now, no matter how much time you take off, okay, you will never figure it out. When it comes to love, you will never, ever, ever, ever figure it out, no matter what you do or the time you take off. When I said you will never figure it out, when you said, I want some times off, I want to heal. It's okay to heal. It's okay to take time off. But if you are just sitting there saying, I don't believe in it, and I'm not going to take the time to, or not you are not going to take the time, like you are going to take the time to work on yourself. You cannot just take the time to work on yourself. Why? Because you are going to be with someone else. Okay, that's my point. That's what I was trying to say the whole time. I hope you guys get it. You're just not gonna sit there saying, I'm gonna work on myself, because at the end of the day, you are not going to be by yourself, just yourself, you know? So it is always going to be just you and someone else, you know? So it's always like to get ready, be out there, and just be with someone who wants to be with you, and be with someone who understands you. And then you can take off from there, you know? So no matter, my point is, no matter like how long you take off by yourself, to yourself, however you want to figure it out, or vacation, whatever you want to do, because you will come back to the same situation, believe it or not. Why? Because I understand that you take the time to yourself, by yourself, with yourself, to know what you want, who you are, and like without a plan or anything or everything. It's just like that plan, you have to execute it to someone else, which I get. But at the same time, it's always, no matter what you want, it's always to just start working on it. The earlier you start working on it, the better it is going to be, you know? So try not to take the time off by yourself, like just to yourself, like just like, this is it, that's what I want to do. Like, I just want to be by myself. I just like, and I don't want you to be like, oh my God, I don't believe in love. Okay? Don't ever say you don't believe in love, because at the end of the day, we all need it. We all like believe in it. We all like depend to it, depend on it to survive. And you're like, oh no, I don't need love to. Yes, you do. Because no matter what's happening or what's going to happen in your life, you will find other people who's looking for the same thing that you are looking for. So that's why I'm just saying, like, and then just don't take like all the time off by yourself. Just be with someone else. It could be like dating, figuring it like out to see what you want, what the other person want, before saying, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And I'm not saying that you should just like go ahead and believe in whatever anyone else is giving to you or saying to you, or like want you to believe in, That's not how it works. That's not what it is. It's not gonna work out, So it's always like, I would say just like be open, and whatever you are looking for, the attraction, like, life attraction, you just have to like be about it, believe in it, and it comes to you. It will come to you, So don't just say, this is what I would like, this is what I want, without like writing out a plan, because you need one. Like, all of us want one, Sometimes we don't know how to do it. We don't know how to figure it out. But at the end of the day, that's what we all want. It's just love and someone to understand us, somebody to be there for us, So I would say like, be like self-aware, because sometimes we are not self-aware, and then things are happening to us from like left and right, and then we're like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? Because you were not paying attention to it. That's why it's happening to you. It's just like, if you are paying attention to it, you are self-aware. Like, I'm not gonna say that you are not gonna make any mistake, but like, many things. You'll figure it out, and you'll know what to do and what not to do, what to say and what not to say, what you want and what you don't want, you know? So when I got the email today, and then she's like, I'm afraid to fall in love, I was just like, why are you afraid to fall in love? And I told her I was going to come on and talk about it, and then she said it was okay. So don't be afraid to fall in love. It's okay to fall in love, because no matter what's going on, no matter what happened, you will find love. You will fall in love. And most of the time when we are saying, I don't know what's going on, your love, your true love might just pass you by, and you don't want that. You don't want your true love to pass you by. You don't want your true love to just like missed you just because you were afraid. So that was like, I emailed her back. I don't know if she is going to receive it. So, and I told her too that I was going to talk about it, and then she said yes, talk about it, but she'll talk about it later on with me, like the whole situation with what's happening. But still, now I still didn't get anything back. But I hope, like, my dear, you don't have to be afraid of love, okay? You don't have to be afraid of love. You don't have to be afraid of what's going on in your life. You just have to be aware of what you do and what you will accept and what you are not going to accept, because most of the time I think that's the mistake that we made. We never made it like clear from the get-go, like what we want from the beginning, what we want, what we don't want, so that's what causes the problem. So it's okay if, like, feel free to love like a butterfly, like feel free to love, feel free to fall in love, because no matter how long you take, no matter what's going to happen, you will still feel the same way, you will still feel the same way about love. You will still feel the same way, like, am I making the right choices? Like, am I doing the right thing? Like, is it how I'm supposed to be feeling? Like, the last time I gave my heart away, it didn't work out, and then now I'm afraid to give it out because I don't want the next person to break it. So to me, that's not in your hands. It's just not in your hands. Just let it flow, let it be, and just believe in whoever's around you and how is it going to happen, and then just embrace it. That's the only thing I can say. But don't be afraid to fall in love, because to me, when you find the right person, if you find the right person, not when you find the right person, like, if you find the right person at the right time, well, no, not the right time. If you find the right person at the wrong time, it's still the wrong person. And if you find the wrong person at the right time, it's still the wrong person. Because when you find someone at the right time, if the person is not right for you, it is still going to be like, oh my God, I make a mistake. I made a mistake. Like, that's not the person. It's just because the time is not right. And if you find the right person and you are at the wrong time where you were not willing and ready, the environment wasn't right, so that right person that you found, it's still going to be the wrong person, So that's what I'm going to say about, like, not like falling in love when you are supposed to be, or falling in love at the wrong time, So make sure it's the right person at the right time. Make sure it's not the wrong time and the wrong person. And when it comes to love, there's no right and there's no wrong. The person that you have in your hands right now are like the right person you want to be with. The reason why I'm saying it's just the right person to be with is just because if you are working on the person that you are right now, and you are working on the person that you found wants to be, it is going to be something amazing, So I always said, like, there's no Mr. Right and there's no Mr. Wrong. I mentioned Mr. Right and Mr. In there's no Mr. Right and there's no Mrs. Wrong. All right, sorry. So I always said there's no like Mr. Right or Mrs. Wrong. It's just because no matter how much you work on yourself, whoever you meet, you will still have to make adjustments. So this is why I said there's no Mr. Right and there's no Mr. Wrong. There's no Mrs. Wrong. Okay? So I mentioned Mr. Right before and also Mrs. Wrong. It's just because of Mrs. Right. It's just because that's what everybody uses. That's what everybody used, and they like, oh my God, like, Mr. Right, Mrs. Right. So there's no such thing exist. So whoever you meet, whoever you want to be with, it's all about like making adjustments. It's all about like being there for each other. It's all about like understanding, So that's why I always said that. So I don't want you guys to look at someone else's relationship and saying that, oh my God, that's just what I want. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. They work on it to make it beautiful. They work on it to be exactly where it's at, So, and you are who you are. In the same way they have something you think that's like pretty and beautiful, you can always like make your own. So life is just pretty much like whatever you want it to be, whoever you want to be in life, whatever you want it to be, that's exactly what is going to happen. It's up to you. And if you like throughout the whole journey, let's say if you make like a mistake or anything, you can always like correct it. You can correct it. It's like you can always edit it. You can edit it. It's your life. You can do whatever you want with it. I can tell you whatever I can tell you right now, whatever you want to hear from me. But let's say if you are not going to apply it or even like believe in it, it's not going to work out for you. At the end of the day, you are in control of your life. You are in control of your life, and it's all good. It's all great. It's up to you. It's a movie. Direct it. Whatever you want from it, make it happen. And nobody's going to say anything about it. Why? Because you are your own person. So therefore, that's what I always said when it comes to relationship. It's not that hard. And at the same time, I found other people that's like, oh my God, it is so hard. Yes, I totally get it. Yes, it is hard. Okay? I'm going to be on that side with you guys. Yes, it is hard. If you make it hard, or the person that you are with make it hard for you, then it's hard, But if it's not the way you are looking at it or taking it, then it's not that hard, So, and then when it comes to like being with someone, the number one thing is like, just make sure the foundation is strong, it's just solid, and then because when it comes to like being attractive to someone, don't ever lose that, because that's like the number one thing. Because if you are losing that, the person is going to lose the person that they saw the first time. The person is going to lose that, the fact that, like the way they are feeling about you, So it's really important to be with the person that you want to be with, and also like be attractive to that person. And from the day that you have that person into your life, never forget why that person is in your life, and to continue doing the work that you started. Because at the end of the day, if you stop doing what you were supposed to be doing, it is going to be a problem. So I would say no matter what you do, even though like you're like, oh my God, I'm going to stop, whoever you meet, it's gonna come into your life no matter what. As long as your heart skip a beat whenever they see that person might still comes around your way. And then there's nothing you can do about it. It's just like you have to control it by like saying and believing what your heart is telling you, and also what is your soul is telling you, and to figure it out from there, you know. And then this is your life. I can't tell you what to do with it, but my opinion is don't be afraid of love. You know, just don't be afraid of love. It's okay to love. It's okay to hurt. You know, it's okay to be like hurting from a situation that happened to you in the past. You know, it's just that make sure you don't let like the same thing that happened to you before happen to you again throughout like the whole journey, because you don't want the same thing. You don't want to repeat like the same story, because we all have a story to tell. And at the end of the day, the story is just going to be about like, um, do I want to repeat the same thing? Did I learn like the lesson that happened from the last story? You know? Because what we do sometimes, like we really like let the story, I mean, not the story, the lesson happen without us like learning it. So that's, to me, that's like the worst thing to do. Try not to let the lesson go on without you learning the whole process, like the whole situation. Because if it happened to you, there was a reason why it happened to you. There was a reason why. And don't let that why happen without you knowing, without you understanding, without you seeing it. Don't let that why happen without you taking the lesson from it. You know, because it is very important that you understand your why. Your why is like very important to you. So get the why, understand it, see it, and put it like in application. And to me, like the rest is history, you know, because that's what you want. So just like I mentioned before, your life is your life. No matter what you want, it will happen. And no matter what, like your heart desire, like 97%, it will happen. But at the same time, you need to understand, like your heart might lie to you. You know, it might. So that's why, like I said, think about your soul. Think about who you are. Have your heart connect to your soul, because that's very important to have your heart connecting to your soul. Because let's say if you just have your heart and it's just the feelings that's happening, you might just like, oh my God, you know, it might just be like, oh my God, like it's just my heart lied to me, because it's a feeling. And then once you get feelings, it's just gonna start reacting. And once it start reacting, you're gonna feel a certain way. Once you start feeling a certain way, you are not going to know or find out what's going on with you, except like, oh my God, like is this normal? You know? So you don't. That's why you don't want your heart to lie to you. I know, like your heart, it's how you feel. That's you. But at the same time, you need to understand your soul. So I hope, like, you know, I hope that I make sense, because like your heart is your heart and your soul is your soul. And then when it comes to me, I do listen to my heart, but at the same time, I want to hear what my soul is telling me. I give my soul the opportunity to talk to me. And my soul never lied to me. You know, my heart lied to me a few times, but my soul never did. So that's why most of the time when it comes to my heart, I believe, I listen, and I double check. And the only way I double check is with my soul, you know? Because if I don't double check with my soul, I don't want my heart to lie to me. So that's why I double check with my soul. Okay? I mean, I know like it was just a question, so I just feel as if like I have to do this live about like the whole situation, what's happening, and like don't be afraid to fall in love. Don't be afraid of it. It's okay to do so. Like it's okay to do so, and it's okay no matter what the person do to you, for you to get your feelings back, for you to like stop doing whatever you were doing. It's not like, oh my God, it's heartbroken. Like, this is how I feel. This is what's going on. I totally get it. Okay? Like, I totally get it. And it's okay to feel like that because that's your heart is looking to you. It's just feelings. It's okay to feel like that. And I'm not saying you don't have the right to do so. You do have the right to feel a certain way. Okay? So, but it's just like when that feelings come to you, it's whatever you do with it and however you understand it and what you do with it. So try not to let your emotions or your feelings take control of your life. Well, like your love life. So like double check, triple check, quadruple check. And it's okay and it's normal. And you're like, oh my God, I've done that before and this is what happened to me. I totally get it. But you still have to see. And if you pray, just pray about it. And if you don't pray, you don't believe in God, whatever the universe is like bringing to you, just embrace it and just take it and understand it and move forward with it. Because sometimes I can't tell you what to do with it. Sometimes no one else can but you. So this is my take on I'm afraid of falling in love. I would say don't be afraid of falling in love because it's a great thing. It's a great thing and it's a great feelings to fall in love. So, and it's like love comes when you least expect it. When you are not looking for it, that's when it comes your way. When you're not looking for love, it comes your way. So I would say like keep your options open. Don't say I'm not looking, I'm just gonna focus on myself. Like it's okay to say that too, unless you are like planning to spend the rest of your life by yourself. Okay? So if you are like planning to spend the rest of your life by yourself, then I totally get it. Okay? So then be by yourself. It's okay. Take whatever time you want to take, but I just want to tell you that no matter like how long you are taking by yourself, with yourself, to yourself, you are going to have to get back on dating your life. You're Mr. Right. You're Mrs. Right. So that's why I always said, like, don't just sit there saying, I'm just taking time to myself. Take time to yourself, but at the same time, don't be afraid of love. And also, open your option. Leave your option open. Your mindset. And date. Like continue dating. It's okay to date. It's okay to have friends. But don't just be like, oh my God, I'm afraid. Oh my God, all guys are the same. Oh my God, like this is what like other people have done to me before, and I don't want the same thing to happen to me. So I don't want you to think like that. I don't want you to say that. So don't be afraid of love. Be free. Feel free. It's okay to love. The same way you enter it, find your way out of it if it doesn't work out. There's nothing wrong with that. I know like none of us wants to find our way out of it. And it's okay to do so. Why? Because it may not work out for you. So I would say don't be afraid of love. Don't let your Mr. Right or Mrs. Right pass you by just because you were working on yourself. And at the same time, when you worked on yourself, when you get back out there, you fall back into the same situation or even something worse. So you don't want that. So always keep your options open, know who you are, know what you want, and put yourself out there. And then it's always beneficial, you know? It's always beneficial. It's always like whatever you want, and you are entitled to do whatever you want, whatever you wish for. You are the boss of your life at the end of the day. So that's my take on it. So don't be afraid of love. Don't be afraid of falling in love. So keep your options open, because while you are being afraid of falling in love, love might just come to you and you didn't recognize it because of what happened the last time. So that's why you don't want to do that. So just like always keep your options open, just like I mentioned before. And that's my answer to stop afraid, or stop being afraid of falling in love. All right? All right, kings and queens, this is my take. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good night. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.